Kinda sad that I'm just sitting here waiting for this to work. There we go, finally. Oh, I'm still gonna play solo co. I'm not. I keep calling her Scylla. Her name's Scylla, but whatever. Oh no. I figured this would happen at some point. Seems like the video quality is going down. Just alerted me to this, so that's always annoying when it starts complaining about it being laggy, and then it doesn't allow me to change it, and I've always kind of hated that. It kind of just decides, nah, you ain't allowed to change it mid. So like, what the hell is the point then? That is one horrifying Hades. Oh well. Yeah, it's all... I think everyone on the enemy team is... not active players. They're AI with some pretty funny names. So if we continue around counterclockwise, after you see the green health, the blue mana is the best thing to describe it as, and the yellow bar is my experience bar in-game. That's important. Then the little number to the right, at the very end of the bars, is my level in-game, and that is represented also in the top left corner, where I am. Not the smartest group. Some dude literally like joined in and then fucking quit. Wow. Come on, guys. I can just leave. It's like one amazing thing. I can just leave. So if you look over past my levels, over to the bottom right corner, you'll see what can be described as my abilities. They're things that are constantly going on and off of cooldown, because I'm always using them. This is a very ability-based character. Some characters are more based on their abilities, others are based on their basic attack, which they modify with their abilities. So, from left to right is 1, 2, 3 ultimate. Ulti for short.
An ally has been slain.
We're past that. Izzy Rock really wants me dead. Yep, Ares, deal with that fucking target. So, my 1 on this character, of course, they're different for all characters. If you've ever played a MOBA, that's what matters when picking a champion, is really their abilities. Or looks also, if you're one of those people. Oh, I just nuked that small country.
Here you go. Minions have reached your portal.
Nope, she might actually kill me. Oh, if she don't, that's going well. Okay, so I'm more or less safe now. So, my 1 will send out these pairs of dog heads, essentially. And they will latch on to the first enemy they hit, whether that be a small minion or that be a god. And they will be stuck in place. And I believe it's rooted is the right word to look for. My second ability My second ability is this very large AoE, which is, if you watch me, that's kind of how I'm doing most of my damage. My third ability is what I use mostly to escape. I just point it away from the enemies and I escape with it. It will send out this dog head, which I think his name is Luke. Oh, I'm not gonna know that shit. Alright, keep talking about.
I'm a monster!
I've done that twice now. Darn it, so close. So, my ultimate allows me to turn into this more or less crazy person, and do a, although small AoE, very high damage AoE, and that's the big point of it. Actually, they think you will do so much damage that you will actually be able to like kill someone with it, and then hit someone else with the ability again. A lot of the times, if you time it just right, you can seriously do a lot of damage, and you can swing team battles in your favor if you time it right. Of course, it does require a lot of timing. A lot more than sometimes I have capability of.
Minions have reached your portal.
Yes, take that.
My ulti lets me do this. Which only did like 400 damage. But that guy's going down.
Go, Zoe.
Pull back here. So now there's a lot of cluster going on in the top right area, mostly from mid to top right. So I'm going to break this down as best as possible. The big oval in the middle, with all the little character avatars moving around in it, is essentially the map of the arena. Very useful for learning team attacks and things like that. You can kind of see them coming. Be careful when you watch. Other things within this, it shows the mana camps. It shows all the jungle camps, and it shows. Yeah, sorry. It's very hard to talk and play the game. I thought, playing in AI would be easy, but actually this is somewhat challenging. They keep the AI somewhat challenging, which is nice. So if we continue to look over there, we can see just below the circle where a bunch of the greens are, because some of the greens aren't playing anymore. Get away from me. Get away from me. Just gonna nuke your friends in the back. You can see two, essentially rectangles, and in those two rectangles you have two numbers. Those numbers are essentially our tickets. If you've ever played a Battlefield attrition style game, you'll understand what those mean. When one of those reads 0, it's game over. I believe small minions are worth 1 point each. Heroes are worth 10. And the siege minions, I believe, are worth even like 20. They're worth a lot if you get them. So you get siege minions, and we just got one. Now over to the right, you can see these two like circles. One's red and one is currently empty. That is the siege minion bar, essentially. When a siege minion is summoned, the thing more or less it drains out and it fills into their health bar. Oh, where's that over?
Unstoppable.
I'm currently just racking up kills at this point. Kinda sad. Nothing can kill me more or less. So it's because two of the 5 players have left. Not me to cast that shit. Somebody can cast that.
The heat bears down upon you.
Here you go! That'll work.
Get near. So as you can see, our little orb has just a little bit in there. Damn it, you little asshole. One problem with AI, you can't. They're actually a lot harder to predict in a lot of cases. Cause my this guy's fucking shit. Yeah, we're currently just steamrolling them. And finally, bringing it full circle, we have in the top right corner, you have the pictures of the enemy team. This is very much restricted from what you have as on your team, as you cannot see their health or their mana pools. You can see them when you're fighting them. You see most of their heads here, but for some reason they don't let you see that on the actual character screen. I think this is mostly to keep assassin type characters from more or less just watching and waiting. There are many characters who would just watch and wait until they saw a opportunity. Of course, you can kind of tell why the little, I guess, emblems of honor don't really count here, due to them being so easy to acquire. We're more or less guaranteed to win here, but we're not. Gonna drop that on them.
Damage for the win!
Currently still gaining more damage. Probably shouldn't be doing that anymore. But I'm almost on my last item, which my last item is actually quite fun. And it's just a question of if I'll be able to build it in time.
An ally has been slain. Bears down upon you.
I'm a monster!
So that was just a triple kill. I killed all their heroes at that moment.
That'll work.
Somehow still don't have a godlike medal, even though I haven't died. Although I do feel like I got one extra ulti in there. Doesn't know why. Now we're more or less just sort of ending the match as quickly as possible.
Damage for the win!
So as you can see, this is a match where you just steamroll. Of course, this is against easy AI. It's supposed to be for newbie players, and I'm just doing it to prove a point.